dead cat bounce, GRNV, looking very nasty on the daily chart. And then I'm already in on a stock, CVV, on their PR.
GRMV hasn't dropped enough for me for a dead
It,
cat bounce. I like a lot bigger of a drop.
yeah. Well, the thing is, it took a lot of energy for it to come down here to this 780 level, then bounce back up to the 950s today, and still not breach that 200 moving average, which is at the 1011.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even
So
see the gap up so far. Yeah, no, I
yeah,
don't want nothing to do with that.
yeah. But the one I'm in right now currently is CVV. Just as long as
CVV.
it holds a 200, which is at the 437, I will be in it. I will stop out at the 437, but it has a little bit of resistance at the where is this resistance? 480s. So I mean, if it can break the 480s, that would be dope. But yep, that's what I'm waiting on.
Huh.
Oh, PR. Let me read the PR.
I don't see. Well, hold on. What ticker is this? CVV?
CVV. Yeah.
Man, ain't got no volume. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see the manufacturing battery thing. Hello,
Mm-hmm.
Lori. Good morning. Good morning, Lauren. Okay, no worries. Good morning, Fat Boy Drizzy. We got everybody popping in here now. I bought a hundred shares of PBTS. Uh,
PBTS. Wasn't that going down?
uh, it's at $2 still. I bought it. I got in at 207 earlier at 6:30, and I just letting it ride. It's in a nice triangle, so if it can break out of this big well, yeah, I mean it's a bit of a triangle, but if it can break out of that consolidation and break over that 220, I mean we're not that far. Like yesterday, it had to go from
Uh,
135 all the way up to the 200 to 220. We
it's
closed above $2, and now we're right at it. So it only needs to go up
but
20 cents to break.
it's right at the 200 moving average right now. I mean, it's literally
Yeah,
right there.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it took a break overnight, and now it's right there before it, below it, so it could break very easy. Not to mention, cryptos are hot. They're on fire.
What in the world did you just? I don't even know what you just said.
Brian C said CVV is trash. It's too risky.
Yep.
it is.
Yep.
It's definitely trash and risky. That's what Hal likes though.
Yeah.
Uh, what do I think Hood will do? I think they will probably, without looking at it, they'll probably go straight to hell because that's where they belong. um, it's had a sell off for 6 days straight. So, I mean, it could get a little bit of action maybe today, possibly. Um, I don't like that it's below 50. If it held 50 and held this 10-day moving average, I don't know, you could see a bounce today, possibly, but it's below the 10 days, so more than likely, well, there's a little support there. I don't know. The 50 days at 40, though. So, I mean, even if you do get in there, you've got a big gap down the 40. So, that's something to be aware of.
One Life. Let me look at these. One Life says any is on the threshold list, potentially reason for a rise in price. Question is, will it continue through the market open and catch day traders' eye for a potential move bigger or a bigger squeeze? Daniel B says this is worse. This is worse than listening to Anderson Cooper. That One Life Once
Oh, now,
Shin said,
hold on a second now, Daniel B. Now you've offended me. Now I'm offended. Of all the things you've ever said in the past 3 years, that one was offensive as hell.
Daniel B said, turn him off. That's a restroom talk.
That's a what?
Restroom talk.
Restroom talk. What is he talking about? You know what
He's
that?
talking about, yeah, he's talking about what's in the toilets, I believe.
Yeah. Well, you know, if he doesn't like it, man, there's thousands of other channels out there. He could just take his his great knowledge and expertise to and troll the shit out of him.
Well, you don't want Daniel B to come and attack your channel again.
Oh, I'm sure he's going to anyway. He's had that planned out since 3 o'clock in the morning this morning. Let's see. Does anyone think it's counterproductive to chug coffee while on an elliptical? Not at all. I think that's efficient.
Chug coffee while on the elliptical.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's good stuff. That was pretty funny. I'm looking at the scans here. I don't even care about these scans. I'm just gonna wait and see what happens.
Yeah, same.
It's Friday and oh, PBTS starting to come down a little bit. Starting to crack too.
I told you it was right at the 200 moving average. And the thing is, it's not like it gapped over it this morning. It's like, it's like right there.
Yeah. If big volume comes in and it's right there, it'll break right over it.
I don't know, man.
Well, that's the thing. I don't either. We gotta wait and see how the volume is at market open.
Yeah.
SPRT. Let's see. I haven't looked at SPRT in a few days. It was looking good there for a while. Oh wow, yeah, gapped up this morning in market open, or not market open, but pre-market, up to 1069. Yeah, so that's if $10 support can hold, then maybe, because it's going to be gapping up at the top of the chart.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're buying at the top. So you need to see some type of support, some type of strong support.
Looking like it's pulling back a little bit. Look, I mean, it may actually, with that type of extension, that extension came from the 824. You might want to watch for some sell-off or more sell-off.
Yeah.
That's a whole $2 rip.
Yeah. I agree with One Life on Annie. Annie might be a play today. It's in a channel here, break 475. Then it could run.
Did you type that right? One Life PSV. What's the? Is that what you're asking about? PSV.
That's what Daniel B has is PSV.
Is it even coming up? It's not even coming up. Is that a ticker? Can you type that in, Ben? PSV.
PSV.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a daily chart coming up, but the intraday is not coming up.
Let me go look on
Hermitage Offshore Services. Oh no, what is he talking about? They've been delisted.
Oh, they're delisted. Okay, that's why they're not showing up.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Yep.
What is the market looking like today? Oh, yeah, looking like it's still going to push. Well, I don't know. We'll see at market open. It could come back down.
Jay Kratz said ACY is a good call out. Made me money a few times. Yeah, ACY is definitely giving opportunities, but it's definitely sketchy.
Yeah, ACY I was able to profit on yesterday. So I mean, it's high. It's a lot of upward wicks under that $40, including the original one that started in December. It started this whole bull move on ACY.
Yeah. So it looks like it's got another flat top up there at the 32, just like it did yesterday around that
36.
33 level. Yeah, 30. Well, it's a 33 level. Looked like it flat topped. Oh, there they go.
Yeah. There's Sam. He's ready to go. He's barking because PBTS is about to break out.
Man, let me go look at this. Yes. Let me go look at this. It is attacking the downside. Attacking the 200 moving average.
Yeah. That's what it needs to do. It needs to attack the resistance.
I mean, on the 5 minute, 200 moving average is under it. So it's attacking a 200 moving average that's below it.
Oh, it's not
Yep.
touching it. Are you looking at the SMA?
Well, I'm looking at the on the daily chart SMA. It is under the SMA on the daily chart, but on the today on the 5 minute and the 15 minute, it is above the SMA, but it is touching the 5 minute SMA.
Good morning, Lightning Rick. Brian C. NAOV. Yeah, I have it on my watch list. It is holding 3. But you had there's a lot of resistance between 315 and 325 that it's got to break. I mean, it's a whole resistance zone.
One Life said PBST or PBTS is a dumb trade.
Okay.
Where did you say you got in it?
I'm in at 207.
7. It's at 199. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, man. Market's not even open yet. You know, you don't know what's going to happen. You can't say things are a dumb trade before market open.
No. We will see. Definitely hugged up on that 200 moving average, so I'll definitely be
that's what
watching out.
That's what I want to see. I want to see it.
I guess I have to say the time frame as well. On the daily chart, the 200 SMA is looking like some strong resistance for it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the EMA is there too. Both of them are going to be strong resistance, but that's what I'm looking for, is that breakover too.
One Life said, tell me the reason why over 200 million traded yesterday and only something traded in a 50 cent or only traded in a 50-cent range. Why would you be bullish if it traded in a 50-cent range?
Because it only had a range of 50 cents to trade in yesterday from the 50 to the 200. So now if it breaks the 200, it has room to rip dollars, and it is a crypto stock, and cryptos are hot.
So he said, do you expect more than 200 million traded today? What's the probability? And then Daniel B says, One Life, because he has meditated on it.
Exactly.
So,
I did meditate on it. You're exactly right. We'll see. How about we not jump to conclusions before the market opens? We can talk about it afterwards.
All right. Well, we got 3 minutes to the bell, so we're gonna go ahead and break it off and see what becomes the obvious stocks on the day.
Yep. Nobody knows. It could be none of the stocks we're looking at. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. I think something's going to pop up that nobody's looking at. Well, maybe that CVV that you're looking at. That may be the one random sneaky one. Who knows?
Well, the only reason I got CVV is, one, it has some PR. It is above pretty much all of the previous supports, and it's holding up the 200 moving average. And this is the first day that it's gapped above the 200 moving average. So I just want to see what kind of action it can give.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's cut out here and get ready to start some trading.
All right, bro. Peace.
All right. Yeah. Happy trading to you guys.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I know there's no volume during pre-market. That's what I was saying. So I was like, why are we even, I bought it at 6:30 and it's held up for 2 hours, so I'm not that concerned about it dropping. It could drop, but the 200 EMA, see, Howells looks at the 200 SMA. I look at the 200 EMA. And the 200 EMA on the intraday is below it. So that is going to act as support just like it did right here. Where it bounced off of in pre-market. But the 200 on the daily is at that 215, 220. So it's got to break at 220. Ooh, AHPI looking rough. I'm not even going to look at AHPI today. I'm going to take it off. But it could drop. CTRM. I'm not that familiar with it. All right, real quick before the market open, well, never mind, it's about to open. I'll just wait. So getting a little bit more of a pullback. Make sure this doesn't dump on me here, because that is the risk. If it does drop any lower than 190, then it could drop pretty hard. See, Boxlight, that made a decent move. But Boxlight, man, that's one that... VERO. Boxlight is one that NAOV looking pretty good, bouncing off a 3 so far. But Boxlight's one that'll run in pre-market and after hours, but it always dumps during the day. It's one of those stocks I rarely trade. Because it's always got media. It's always got PR. It's one of those ones that puts out PR all the time. But that lessens the effect of when they put out PR. It's like the boy who cried wolf. If you got a company who's putting out PR every single day or every week, it's not going to have the same effect. People are just going to be like, whatever. I stole one of his mods. What I steal from Meet Kevin? Wasn't aware I stole anything. See, we are starting to dump here, so let's see. A lot of buying trying to come in right there, though. Can they hold it up? And they did hold up that area, bouncing off of this resistance line that I've got drawn across there. This was support line at this point. This is support yesterday, so I'm looking for that to continue to hold up. Oh, really? You were a mod in Meet Kevin's group? Well, I'm glad I stole you from him. He's got plenty of subscribers and followers. He'll be okay. I need help down here. I'm struggling. NAOV still pushing up, looking pretty good. So, Brian, nice call on there if you were already in. The CVV move at all? I was talking about. Not too bad looking there. He might be onto something with that CVV play. Oh, let's see. We might start dumping here. Oh, yeah, I gotta get out. Oh, forgot I still had pre-market on. Oh, God. Let's see. It seems to be trying to hold right here. Oh, maybe not. on. Bitcoin's in there. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to hop out here. Yeah, let's just get out. Let's cut that loss. So a little $25 loss there. Shouldn't have bought in pre-market. 6+ month member, nice. Yeah, yeah. Make sure to smash that like button for Elvis comes in. You know he's a like button destroyer. Yeah, I hope he wins California governor. I'd love to see that. All right, what do we got? Oh, BTBT. So BTBT starting to come back up. You guys know how I like me some BTBT. Yeah, I'm going on BTBT. It's looking interesting here. Now it could turn around and dump. I get 1609, but we got all the moving averages looking nice. Had the crossover right there at pre-market open. I should have been keeping an eye on this. Got buyers stacking the bid at 16 trying to hold a support. I like seeing that. An AOV, so it's right into the top of that channel. Got to break that channel. Any possibly looking good. It's looking decent for now. There we go. Start going, BTBT. There we go. Come on. See, the only problem is Bitcoin right now is testing, trying to break over 47K. It's going to have to break 47K. Are you talking about H&H Trader? They're on his channel. HH is part of Framework Fortune, and he has his own separate channel. I don't like that turnaround. Let's see, where's the 10 adaptive at? Like 1560. Let's see, I may add. So we got what? Got a minute left on this candle to close. Let's see where this candle closes, but if it closes above that gray line, that 10 adaptive, I may add right here on this next candle. SCASN. That's trying to start running. BITF is moving. ACY start making a little red to green move. So that could start going again. See, we're fixing to close. Starts going green, I'm adding. Ooh, I like that candle on SESN. GPG. I'm going 50 shares on this. This candle needs to confirm and close. But if it closes above this candle, it'll be, indecision followed by that bullish green candle. And that's what we want to see. But this is going to have to push a little bit more than what it's pushing right now. What's the float on this? That's a little higher float, so this is going to move a little slower. Ooh, ACY. BT might fail me. He might fail me again. For now, I'm just going to put a stop loss under this bottom of this candle. What do you mean extended hours? Why is it stop? Don't go back to extended. Man, that's going to screw me up if that does that. If I keep resetting to that. Does not look good on BT. It needs to start pushing back up. We got this little downtrend. What's that at? Yeah, $16 has to break. So, yeah, I'm glad I didn't put my stop loss in yet. Because you would have wicked me. You would have done it. You would have wicked me. I knew you would have, BT. You're a sneaky girl. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put the stop loss in now. 15. There we go, right under that wick. If you come back down and wick me, out of that anyway. And so SESN, we're about to close. Let's see if it's can push up a little bit more. I'd like to see it over 560. We got 10 seconds, but it is gonna. Is it gonna close over it? Okay. Let's see. SPRT. SPRT is a possibility. I'm getting held up at 1050, so it's got to break 1050. Looks like it's going to try it now. Yeah, V, yeah, see, got rejected at the top of that channel, pulling back. BT. Got to start coming up here. We'll move that down just a little bit further because I don't want to get wicked out. Ooh, ACY is starting to pop. SCSN needs to break. Needs to break 560. It's having a lot of trouble at 560. Annie is looking very interesting. I'm going to go on Annie. I'm going to go 100 shares on it. See what I get in at 54. It's got to break that 470 area at the top of the channel to get going. A little bit of a downtrend there. It needs to break too. I might be too gung-ho today on some of these plays. Because it is Friday, but I was kind of expecting it to be a little hot today. Let's see, what is the DIA doing? DIA is pushing up for now. Ooh, I don't like that. What did I go on this? Ooh, I went 100 on this. This is why it's usually a good idea to wait for a candle to close for an entry, because we were pushing up over this and it was looking good, but this candle still had plenty of time, so getting pushed down now, yeah, that is getting real ugly. A lot of selling pressure on this trying to push us down right now. BT cracked, so stop that on BT. Oh boy, BT, you got me again. Looks like I'm gonna get hit on any too. Was Bitcoin dropping right now? No. Yeah, I jumped in Jumped in a little too early on this candle. Let's see if it can try to hold up. But not looking too good at the moment. Yeah, push back above those EMAs. See, the problem is, if you look at this, the 10-day has not crossed back over the 40-day DMA. So we know it's not going to be bullish until that crossover happens. And that's really what I should have waited for. I jumped on this getting wicked down on this candle. Starting to push a little bit, but we need to break 450 if we're going to test the top of the channel. SCSN still on this downtrend. It's kind of got a little bit of a triangle forming there. TIRX. Intelligent sales and customer service systems. I like some AI talk. I'll keep an eye on that one. Yeah, we're getting a little uptrend here. Actually, it's okay. We got a triangle going on here too. A little ugly triangle of consolidation. So we're triangling it out here. TRX still running. Like everything all of a sudden just cracking down here. FULC looking interesting. SPRT getting held up in those areas. The market what is going on? The market must be dropping. Yeah, there's a little quick pullback there on the market, and that's what caused all these random drops. TRX almost, let's see, where's that? And it's got room. I have news. Low float meets the criteria. Okay, and he's still in that triangle. SEN and still in that triangle. I don't like it because it's below all EMAs, but it has a lot of room to come up. See how this next candle opens. If it starts pushing back towards 6. Listings volatile. Stands volatile. Let's see. Man, I want to go on this. Yeah, I'm going to go. It is trying to test 6. If it can break over 6, it's got some room to run. Of course, as soon as I jump in there, you want to start turning around. Ooh, big buyer just came in at 591 and got taken out immediately. See how we doing over here. Still in the triangles. SEN starting to test that triangle. See if we're going to test 6 here. Here we go. Here we go. Testing. Oof. Still not able to break. Another test. Volume starting to increase. See, starting to get bids at 6. There we go. If they can hold 6 as support. $50 days at 781. So we got room up to there if it can continue to rip. There we go, another test. Bid starting to stack on 6 again. A little bit of selling at 605. Getting rejected again. Big seller in at 603. We'll need to see him get taken out quick. Give it another test here. See if this guy can get taken out. Yeah, get another wick there. So we got a minute 20 on this to close. SCSM breaking up out of the triangle. Very nice. So that should start moving. Annie starting to break. It's back over 451. So we'll see. Both those are looking pretty decent for now. TRX. Sketchy. Yeah, I know I did. I did forget my rule. It's cost me. It's cost me so far. You know, discipline. Discipline. I struggle with it. But see, we got Discounts fixing to close. And, so let's see what happens on this one, because now we've got this little downtrend, possibly a triangle. SESN still climbing. NAOV making a nice U shape, so it's gonna looks like it's gonna retest that top of that channel. So keep that one on watch. It could be a break. Let's see, TRX. Indecision followed by red candles is probably gonna dump. Let me give it a. Well, we still have 4 minutes on this candle though, so let's give it a few minutes before I decide to get out, because there it is pushing back up. FULC still climbing. Here we go. Look, can we get back up there and test 6 again? Come on. CVV did get a little more of a pop. Whoa, Annie. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down there. Slow your roll. It was looking good. Now it's looking sketchy again. See, I got 100 shares of this. Here you go. Come back on up there, buddy. Don't be freaking me out like that. Actually, I better put a stop loss in on Annie, because I don't want to get nailed if this does crack. I can remove that little thing. TRIX, man, that one is being tricky. In case that dumps. SESN still breaking out. Very nice. So at least something's going right here. Ooh. Ooh, interesting. Codex breaking over this big downtrend on the daily for the first time. That is interesting. I'm gonna put Codex on my watch list. So we got 30 seconds. If this candle if it can hold up here, it's still got a shot. looks like I may get stopped out here on any. Yeah, I'm getting rejected there hard. Oh, come on. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? No, I guess I'll just put the stop loss right under that little double bottom possibly forming. Alright, TIRX coming back up. 50, there we go. We can. Alright, welcome back, Lauren. Hope your workout was nice. Brian C. doing some call outs there, so those could be ones to check out. I don't know what he's looking at exactly. I'll look at them when I get a chance. SESN still running, very nice. This one, like I said, this is a higher flow. I didn't realize it was 200 million shares, so it's going to take it. It's probably not going to run very fast, but it could be one of those all-day runners. Alright, we're retesting 6 here. If we don't explode over 6 here, this is going to dump. So we got to get this big explosion. Okay, we're getting a bit of a spread here. A little volatility coming back in, a little volume coming back in. Man, it's struggling so hard. This $6 area. ABCL. Yeah, that's a pretty good move. 3. That's a big float too. 200 million on ABCL, and it's moving pretty much straight up at this point. Starting to pull back below that downtrend. We don't want to do that. We need to close over the tops of the bodies of these candles at 590. We got a minute left. SESN still running to 580. So it's not a fast one, but it's a moving. All right, TRX, you're gonna try to retest 6 here in the last 30 seconds of this candle. Looks like we're going to close decently strong. Ooh, we might close over 6. If we close over 6, this is going to be off. Let's see here. Looks like we're going to close right at it. Yeah, we closed right at it. So still consolidating. There we go. There's a quick little pop over. Got to see these bids stack $6 and hold to confirm that breakout. He did cross this downtrend though, so we can take that off. Okay, we took out them sellers that was sitting at 605. Bid's starting to stack. Nope, they got taken out. Bid's trying to stack at 6. I personally don't like box light. This is what I was saying earlier. It rips in pre-market, but then dumps during the day. Yeah, this is trash can right now. I wouldn't touch it. All right, TRX. If it doesn't break 6 soon, this is going to dump. It can't. It's tested multiple times and it keeps failing. So it's got to break soon. SESN all the way up to 590 now. There we go. Another test. Bid's actually moving up a little bit more this time. Can 6 hold the bid? Nope. Still not holding the bid. Oh, let's see. Some selling at 610, so that's got to break down. Oh, broke right down. There we go. Now we're starting to get a little action. Let's see if we can push up that 624. Still not breaking as hard as I would like to see. I mean, this is a slow break. This thing's only got 12 million in float. Breaking $6, it should be breaking a lot harder. See, now we're getting held up at 615. Every 10 cents being resistance. I don't like that. Do not like that at all. It's a lot of selling in this. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, okay. You see, we're still struggling with that 615. Oh, there we go. Finally. Took it a minute to get over 615. But see, now we got sellers sitting at 620. Okay, they got taken out. All right, there we go. Pushing for a new high a day. Can we break 625? Yes, we can. Now we're starting to go. So we're getting held up at 625 now. Oh, I just got stopped the rest of the way out on Annie. That's fine. I'm not gonna sell yet at 6:30. This is the first test of this area, so I'm gonna give it a little bit of time to try to test it. Looks like we're gonna have a little pullback here after that push. As long as we hold $6, it'll be fine. If it pulls back below $6, then no good. Looks like, well, there's still a lot of time in this candle left. Looks like it's trying to breathe here. So now we're testing that 6 as support, cracking right through it. Needs to hold up here. $5.90 area still trying to hold as support. I really want to see 6 hold as support. But if at 5.90 cracks, that's going to be it. Don't do that. So we're almost to the last minute of this candle. Gotta get back above that 5.90. Ooh, tried to get back above 5.90 there and struggled. I don't know about this. It's really struggling to do anything. That break over 6 should have been a lot bigger than 6.30. So it looks like we're going to close right below 5.90, so that's going to make it sketchy. Well, actually, if it starts dropping here. Opening up below the 10 adaptive there. $593. And put a stop loss in case this dumps on me. Whoops. Okay, I'm not trying to short. Shut up. Calm down, Thinkorswim. Yeah, Thinkorswim's so touchy. So touchy sometimes. All up in its emotions. Alright, I'm going to take a quick little break now I got these stop losses in. Let's check SES in. It's trying to push up. Same type of deal. Got to break 6. It's going to keep running, but I'll be right back, guys. Give me just a couple of minutes. Yep, stopped out there. 5:30. I had a feeling when it was having a hard time breaking out up there. So another loss. I've lost. I've lost 56, 212, 80. Lost about $90. I am up 17 on SESN. Like I said, this one might take all day. This might be a really slow runner. But this whole week, I haven't took any big losses, but I took a bunch of small losses. So I'm keeping my stop losses tight, but I'm not, I've been breaking my rules pretty much all week. I think I've traded the first 30 minutes of the market, which is not good. But taking all these little losses is adding up. And it is a choppy market. Yeah, it's still choppy. So probably need to scale it back next week. Well, it looks like you was right on that, Brian. See, at 6:30. But below all EMAs, I took this trade because it was so low and it's so low float. It had actually good news, but still below all indicators and paying for breaking that rule. I've paid every one of these. I've paid for breaking a rule. You just go through these and look and see what everything looks like. Yeah. See, if it's 9:30 now, but all these started dropping. If I'd have waited that first 30 minutes out, then I could have avoided all these losses. Because look right there, 9 o'clock dump. I would have not been in any, and I would have left it alone. PBTS I never would have touched if I had waited till market open. BT, same thing. If I'd have waited till 9 o'clock, I could have avoided that loss. So that rule keeps me out of a lot of bad trades. So just not disciplined this week. Who wants to get paid to stand over me with a stick, and every time I start to hit the buy button before 9, get to whack me with a stick? Who wants that job? Because if I don't straighten this up by next week, man, if Monday I'm doing the same thing, I need to be whacked with a stick. Let's see. Was the DIA? Oh, yeah, look at there. And I would have known, too, if I'd have waited till 9, that we were going to be pulling back in the market. So that waiting that first 30 minutes can keep you out of so many bad trades. But everything just kind of dumping at the moment. You have experience. I don't know. I don't know if I should go any further about that experience of inquiring or not. Lori, I know you. Yeah, I need that. I need that reminder. That's for sure. But sometimes I don't look at the chat when I get focused in on stock charts. So sometimes that's why I needed the stick. I need to get whacked with the head, just right in the head with a stick. Just one big whack. I still got a little bit of funds left, but I don't see anything right now that's worth trading. Let's see, what's in NAOV. It's starting to break here. God, I don't want to buy at resistance, but it's looking good. See, where's the top of that body at? The top of that body's at 336. Yes, this is looking like it wants to try to make another move up. Still getting rejected at that 330. And I can't buy it at the high of day. It is breaking out, but I can't do that. Oh, don't you tell me you're coming down on me, SESN. Yeah, look at that. It's starting to crack that that trend line there. See, what's my cost? 556. I'm gonna give NAOV a chance to try to. Never mind. Oh, look at that. NAOV getting slammed down again at 340, so it's having some problems. FLUC is slowly trying to climb. Codex have PR today? Oh, they had bad they had bad revenue earnings. Okay. Well, I don't want no part of that. I wonder how Hal's doing on this. This actually, Hal might have been onto something here. This thing has got a nice triangle. See, break at 525. We got room up to 578. 578 is going to be super strong. Resistance. Only had 1 million in volume so far. Very light volume. It is good PR. And again, I'd be buying at the high of day. I'm going. Oh, I mean, I have enough. Starting to break up out of this. Okay, I'm going. It's trying to push. Like I said, it's got room up to 578. Let's go ahead and remove that line. So it's trying right here to break out. And AOV is trying to confirm the breakout here of this channel, if that candle closes green, which it may start pushing right now. It is Friday the 13th. You are right, One Life. That is what is going on. There we go. SESN starting to come back up some, so there's just a little sell off there. As long as it can break back over that candle, it should be fine. See what the crypto's doing right now. Interesting. The cryptos are just hanging out at the moment, not really doing much. You like SESN too? I've been in it. I'm in it at 556. I got in way back here, but it is a slow mover, so that's why I'll probably hold it for a while today. Here we go. CVV starting to pop a little bit. Let's see if it gets action. Okay, popping up to 540. It's very little buying volume, so very little volume on this so far. I want to see like a million volume candle. H&S pattern, I don't know what that is. I've never heard of a H&S pattern. Unless that's short for something. Because a lot of times I get confused on abbreviations. Oh yeah, see, it could have been a head and shoulders pattern. The head and shoulders pattern on the SESN. Nah, it's way too early to call for that. The shoulder would be forming down here. It's still way above this shoulder, so it's not close to head and shoulders yet. I'm starting to slowly push with this guy. I mean, it can't be a higher time frame. Maybe the 1 minute's what he's looking at. Oh yeah, he's looking at the 1 minute, but it's a head and shoulders on the 1 minute in a bullish uptrend. So it doesn't really matter on the 1 minute that it's a head and shoulders. You can see buying volume has been slowly ramping up here on CVV. They just need to see more come in, bigger buying volume. I'm up to 583. But a lot of resistance here in this 550 area, so I'm going to have to break that if this is going to continue. But nice triangle breakout there so far. Looks like we are going to try to push to 550 here. FULC is one to still keep on watch. It's got this uptrend. As long as it stays on that uptrend, you can just play that uptrend. Oh, look, NAOV still trying to confirm. See, that candle did not confirm. It's an indecision candle, so this candle here is going to have to be the confirmation on NAOV to continue to rip. But yeah, I just got too gung-ho this morning, breaking all them rules. Every time I break a rule, I pay for it. You'd think I would learn. It drives me nuts that I break my rules, and then I'm just like, I shouldn't have broke them. Like, stop breaking the rules. I'm a rebel. I'm a rebel against my own rules. Alright, so NAOV looking like it's trying to confirm this breakout. So it may start running. Unless it gets knocked all the way back down again. But looking like a possible confirmation of the break of that channel. See, SPRT is top gainer, but that looks like trash at the moment. Yeah, see here, Box L still selling off. That's what I was saying. I don't trade this stock. Very rarely will I trade it. Most of the time, it drops during market open. It doesn't go up, even with good PR and all that. You do need to stick to your plan and scale up. I'm showing you why you need to stick to your plan and show up and scale up. You need to stick to your plan, because if not, you're gonna get ate up like I'm getting eat up. You can learn from my mistakes. I'm saving you money. I'm bearing the brunt, so you can you don't have to make the same dumb mistakes that I do all the time. It doesn't pain you at all, One Life. It doesn't pain you at all. Don't pretend like it does. And all you told me so was on PBTS or whatever. You know, whatever. Part of the reason those crypto stocks didn't break out, though, is cryptos were hot. They were running again, and then they just stopped right at like stock market open. Like there's Bitcoin. It just this is a 4-hour chart, so it's just been hanging around that above 46. Not too much going on. It started to push to 47, and that's why I jumped in BT and stuff, and then earlier jumped in PBTS because it was coming back up, but just getting stuck at that downtrend resistance. But see, SCN just cracking that trend line, but still trying to hold the 40 DMA. CVV still just hanging out right in that area. A big selling candle there. Still pushing up though. FULC still looking good. Well, Knife, is there anything that you're looking at besides SCSN? Because I am not seeing much else. Like possibly NAOV. Well, look, still didn't confirm that. Yeah, that's real sketchy. This 3 red wicks in a row. There's a lot of selling pressure, so until you get a green candle that closes above these bodies of this red candle that closes above 330, that confirmation is not gonna be solid. There we go. CVV starting to push up again. What things do I take in consideration for a swing trade? Sicilian, save that question and I'll dive into that here in just a little bit as soon as we see something on CVV, because that there's a couple of things I look at, but it's all for me for swing trading. I just use straight technical analysis. All I look at is the chart and look for patterns and support buys, dip buys, whatever. But I'll go into it in a little bit more detail in a minute. I just don't want to take my eyes off of CVV at the moment, because it is testing that 550 right now. You don't see much you like either. That's what I was thinking, man. I was looking at all these and I'm like, God, man, everything's sold off pretty much at market open, besides the couple that are climbing that I'm in, but not seeing much else. NALB. I just tried to put it on the list so I could look at it in a second, but it's not going on. What is that? I don't think that's a ticker. It's not showing up. It's marking it off. It's taking it off the watch list as soon as I try to put it in. So let's see. Needs more information. I haven't looked at it on the 15. Let me look at it on the 15. No, I mean, it looks fine. As long as it holds adaptive there and can curl back up to 6, we should see a breakout on 6. It's so slow, though. It's a slow mover. Like these little pullbacks and stuff, I'm not that concerned about, because they're just little pullbacks. So CVV getting held up at 550. May not break here. Maybe all it had was up to 550. As you can see, we're getting volume, but we're getting a lot of selling volume. Ooh, yeah, look at that. That was wonky. Wonky drop down all the way to $5 out of nowhere. Ew. But pushed all the way back. It's a little sketchy looking. 525 was resistance earlier, so it should try to hold as support, but that long wick down, that candle there, that's a, I don't know. I don't like that candle. I mean, it's a good sign that it got bought right back up off of the 40 DMA and that downtrend or that uptrend, but I did not want to see it back down there. It was a quick rejection off of 550. It needs to continue to get back up to 550. If SESN does not pop up in a second, if it starts dropping below this, it's going to pull back. Well, FULC, let's see, how does it look? Oh, FLUC still riding right up that trend line. So this is what I should have played. This would have been a good play. Got the crossover there. The trend line formed. It's coming up trying to break at 25 now. If it breaks 25, it could get going. Nice, Brian. Nice. NAOV definitely gave some chances to make money on it. You know, this is a good little pop at market open, and that was a nice little climb up to 340, but yeah, see, never got that confirmation of the breakout. So when you don't get that confirmation, you get ugliness like that. All right, CVV, what are you going to do here? See, SCSN's trying to pop up. It needs to get a little higher. We need it back over 580. Because I don't like this 10 adaptive coming this close to the purple 40. Ooh, boy. Man, this thing is throwing wicks all over the place. But super low float, so you gotta expect the unexpected. Okay, good. SCSN coming back up over 580, so I feel good about it again. And this candle's fixing to close. Be interesting to see where this next one opens up with this volatility we got right now in CVV. You're swinging nice one life. A little bit higher stock. You're going to swing it over the weekend? You're brave. You are brave. I'm just going to move this top of this triangle for now because it's just basically trying to hold this trend line at the moment. I'll look at the chart on nice, but my concern is a lot can happen in 2 days with the stock market being closed. Thought you said, well, you said, oh yeah, but you don't swing for earnings. You swing for earnings, that can go very, very wrong. I thought you said you were trying to swing it up to, AMD. I thought you said nice. Maybe. Get nice out of here. I mean, I like AMD as a company. So let's remove that. Some support at 100. 100 should be pretty strong support. You know, it's all going to depend on what the market does Monday. If the market dumps, you know, you could be caught up in a dump. Because AMD is going to do whatever the market does. But the market does look bullish so far into today. To me, it depends on how the market closes today. If the market can close and still look bullish, then maybe. But if the market closes sketchy, I feel like it's a risky play. Looks like this is going to dump. Unable to hold up. It tried. It gave it a shot. SCSN, you all I've got. You all I've got, man. Come on. That trend line there. It looks like it's going to try to hold the 40 DMA. Just gonna, just gonna put a little stop loss under 5 and just let it do what it does. So at this point, everything I've traded is just not doing what I wanted to do. Daniel B, don't tell me how many shares I need. That is literally crazy talk. You don't know how many shares I need. There's no minimum share amount you need. I'm up on it right now. I could lock that out, and then that would make up for, the CVV loss that I'm probably going to take. It looks like joke trading. Well, I don't really care how it looks like. It's my trading, and, if people don't like my trading, that's sounds like a them issue. Well, I mean, I took, one, two, three, four, yeah, 6 trades today. So I don't know what's really a joke about it. Going smaller share size on a Friday is a decent idea. My average on CVV is 530. So I've only got 25 shares. That's all I had left after all these other trades. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think. See, look at that 15-minute chart. I mean, it just needs more buying volume to come back in. We had some nice buying volume, and then pretty much all the buying volume dumped out, and we're just kind of just hanging around. I mean, this candle, on this 15-minute candle so far, we got 96,000. 63,000 on this 5-minute candle. So I don't know. It's not looking good to me at this point, but I got 25 shares, so yeah. SCSN looking like it's about to crack. The 10-day is getting close to dropping below the 30. This looks like it's gonna crack right here. Yeah, I'm just going to take it. I'm just going to get out and take that little bit because it does, I mean, it's, there's this downtrend and then this little, yeah, see, there it goes, starting to crack. Yeah, whatever. I'm about ready to, call it a day for my trading because I'm just trading bad anyway. Started off bad. Where'd my little win go? There you go. Okay, there's my little win. My one little tiny win. It's trying to hold up, but still, that bottom wick is lower than any candle we've had in the last hour following that little indecision candle. I just don't like it anymore. Look at that. That got rejected at 25. Oh yeah, yeah. Next week will be better. I'm not upset or anything. It's been a crazy week for me. It's been a lot going on, so I'm just kind of mentally exhausted at this point. I still got lists of things to do this weekend, but I'm not complaining. I love it. But I mean, I'm not, I'm down probably 150 on the week. So a little small red week, but I pulled good profits last week out of BTBT. Got made 500 something on BTBT. Made some wins on some other plays. And the week before that was break even, and the week before that was like $1,000 week on Neuro and some other plays. So I'm just playing this choppy market, doing what I can in here with the possible trades. But the 150 I'm down this week is just pure not sticking to the trading plan. Like there's so many trades, like I was saying earlier, that I could have avoided, and I just didn't avoid them. Staying out of the first 30 minutes is definitely key to what I like to do. So EVOK with a random pop up. But yeah, it being Friday and everything, I'm just gonna hold CVV as long as it holds above $5. We'll see what it does the rest of the day. Exactly, one life, exactly. Yeah, I'm good. I'm up over the month. But like, I'm not like as far as overall money that I'm up on this week. I'm up quite a bit on cryptos, so I'm not like missing. I'm not like that 100 being down 150 this week during stocks. I showed my crypto account here real quick. A couple of things that I'm in. So here's farm, and you can see right there. Well, you can't see it. It's behind me. Let me move this over here. Come on. You can do it. There we go. What is going on here? Oh, there you go. So I've got 2.5 farm at $1.51, and you can see farm is up to a 287. So on that 2.5 that one crypto, I'm up $450. Let's see, I'm up 375 right now on this crypto play alone. And then see, I'm in band. And band, I got in at I've got 37 and a half of them. I got in at 533, so it's up 804. So I'm up $2.70 a share on 30. That's about $80 there. So I'm not like dying for money or anything. I'm fine. It's just not a good stock market week for me, but a fantastic crypto week for me. Yeah, yeah. One life, you got it right. 2.5 hours at open, no trades for me. There's been a couple of setups, but like I said, everything's just breaking down because the DIA pretty much dropping. See what the SPY looks like. The SPY just going sideways. But I'm going to take a quick little break here, and then I'll start answering questions. I'll get into some swing trading talk with Sicilian here. SCSN still trying to hold up. It did have a little dip all the way down there to 565, but held up as support. But like I said, it's better that I just don't trade anything else today. But yeah, give me a couple of minutes and we'll talk about some swing trading. You're dying for money, hook you up. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, good. One life. We'll talk about some swings here. We'll look at what swings you're talking about, and I'll analyze them, and then you analyze them, and maybe that'll help Sicilian with things to look at for swinging. But I'll be right back, guys. Give me just a couple of minutes. Any more questions, suggestions, ideas, any of that stuff? Go ahead and get it in. I don't know what this was, but I thought it. I don't know. But anyway, go ahead and get those in. We'll spend the next 30, 40 minutes answering questions if we got that long, but I'm going to try to close it down by 11 today at the worst case. But yeah, give me a couple of minutes. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Yep, SESN coming back up. So, oh well. SVV still just chilling right there. Alright, so what are we looking at? The exact, well, alright, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Y'all guys are talking crazy. Y'all are talking real crazy. So, what are you looking at one life for swing trades? Because I'm not looking at anything other than I still have my DRD gold position, which, there we go. My volume bars were way up here. That was weird. Which is looking nice, holding up there. But that's why I was swinging DRD, is because it dropped so low. There was that washout on gold and caused it to come all the way down below 10. Well, the low of the year on this is 873. So it's pretty low. And this is not like a low float penny stock that we normally trade, or that I normally trade. This is actually solid company that pays out dividends and everything. So it's not going to get a crazy drop much lower than what it did, unless for some reason gold just dumps, but I don't see that happening. But it's got room to rebound at least back up to the EMAs at like 11. But more than likely, because this thing is a healthy stock, you can see it breaks over the EMAs all the time, so not a big deal with the EMAs. But my price target on it's like right here at this, right across here, like 13. The tops are there. So like it's kind of in a channel. If you look at it as a channel play, it's at 940 of support. Whoops. We are at the bottom of the channel. It held the channel twice back here. Held it back here. So as long as the channel holds, it should come back up to the top of the channel. Now this is not a quick swing trade. This is probably going to take a couple of weeks. And that's why I'm probably going to keep building on it. But yeah, I don't think there's not really any secrets to swing trading. I'll tell you this, what I like for looking at swing trades is using the 4-hour chart. Let's see. The 4-hour chart can give you some pretty clear. Yeah, see, this was a head and shoulders on the 4-hour chart, and we just ended the shoulder. We had the dump from the shoulder there, and so we should start to get a rebound on this on DRD. But I always use the 4-hour chart, especially like on cryptos. The 4-hour chart works great. That's how I do all my crypto analysis every day, is pretty much with the 4-hour chart. Now, if it's something like one of these low float penny stocks or something like SESN, looks like it's going to try to come back up and test 6 here soon. But yes, this already broke out, so there's no reason why I'd want to trade this on the 4-hour chart. But if you looked at it on the 4-hour chart back in June and been watching it, you see this is a nice triangle. So when it broke the 4-hour chart, you could have got in at the bottom of the triangle around this 375, where the 200-day was holding at, and swung it to see if it would have got that move. And you could have swung this from 395 all the way up today. 'Cause that's a simple wedge breakout on the 4 hour. You can use the 180 day or the 90 day. It's not going to really matter, because you're not looking that far. I mean, I'd say probably use the 180 day, maybe even a 4 hour 1 year, probably. But that's what I like to use when I'm looking at swings. I'm not adept at swinging. I'm not like a super big swing trader. I swing trade every once in a while. Like BTBT, the whole reason I swung BTBT was nothing to do with technical analysis or anything. Like I swung it out of pure as a pure psychological play. So like I don't have like some special uh, swing trading strategy. I just look at the 4 hour for patterns and try to buy that support on the patterns. Where BTBT go? There we go. So like when I originally got into BTBT, it was back here, but I didn't look at any of this. I didn't care because I knew if crypto started running, BTBT would start running, and so I swung that, all the way, swung it and day traded it all the way to the top, and it's got me back a couple of times this week. Well, it's little fake out breakouts, but it just depends. It depends on what you're trying to swing. There's a lot of different ways to swing. But like normally, I like to buy something low and sell it high as a swing. That's pretty much the basis of my swing trading. That's what I did on that farm, that crypto I was showing a little while ago. It had came down to a support area at 150 and was holding there for a few days, so I got in it, and now you see it's up over 200 something. So I would never personally buy at resistance for a swing. Like you want to be at support. SPSC. Let's see what the. So yeah. This was all the way up at 64. Come back down. It is below the EMAs. I don't like that, but like I said, same thing on DRD. This is a little bit of a bigger company, more profitable. Well, I don't know how profitable they are, but they're sending people into space for space tourism. So it's not like one of these cheap penny stocks. Richard Branson, a lot of people know who he is. So I mean, yeah, this is pretty low. The 10-day is way spread out away from the 50 and the 200. So like, maybe, and let's see, 25, is that a good support area? Yeah, so there is some support around 25. Plus 25 is a natural support area. So like, yeah, if it closes above 25 today, then you could probably maybe see it back up to 33 if the stock market doesn't drop. Like it's hard to look for. I don't like looking for swings on a Friday, but now that I'm actually looking at this, yeah. So you got this big triangle. So yeah, it more than likely will bounce off of this 25 and come back up to the top of the triangle there. Maybe next week if the market is up. So if it doesn't break the triangle, that's why you get in at support. So you got all that padding and you can lock in some profit still. But if it does break the triangle, it could continue to run up. So that is a possible swing. But the big thing is going to be, can it close over 25 today? I'm pretty sure this has a quite a bit higher float than what I normally trade too. Now, see, Codex is one that I would potentially. I've been thinking about potentially swinging because on the daily chart, if I go out to the daily chart, Codex has been in this big downtrend since last year when it went on this massive run. Let me get rid of that line. So it finally just started breaking this downtrend on the full chart. So that should lead to some type of bullish movement, and it is above all EMAs. So like this, and it's a little high at 11. But like maybe, maybe if it comes back down to like 1050-ish today, maybe this little support area right across there, that might be a place where I would look for an entry at. 1028. Let's see, 50 days. Yeah. So that's right where the 50-day is too, that line I just drew. So that's what's holding up as support there. So you'd be buying with the 50-day right around 1030-ish, 1040-ish. And the 10-day is about a 935. So a little bit of support through there. And that's why I'd want to see that hold up, that 1030, 1050 area. But like, I don't look for swings in the morning normally because there's a lot. I mean, right now it's 10:30. There's still quite a lot of time before the market closes. So that's more of the time when I would be looking towards that 3 o'clock, that power hour, to see if there's anything that could get potential move the following couple of days. But like I said, it's Friday. I'm not a fan of swing trading on Friday. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I know it's buy low, sell high, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's basically it. as far as my strategy, I did that with all the cryptos. If I go pull up all the cryptos, they've all been swing trades because I originally got out of them all at the end of the last big rip, and then I started getting back into them. And I can show you where I bought them all low, and now they're all high. So I'm just waiting to sell them, see how much more they're gonna go. And that's the same thing with BT. I bought it low and I sold it high. There's not a like One Life said. There's not really a specific thing to it, but I mean, you do want to look for patterns and stuff like this. Like I said, Codex has this pattern. You want to stay away from stuff that looks like barcodes. So anything that is very barcodey. Let's see, Ross Can. There we go. Is it not showing Roscam? What's that about? There it is. No, actually, it's not that barcodey. It is on the intraday chart on the 5-minute, but you don't want to see a daily chart that looks like that. Well, I'm actually on the week chart. Let me go back to the 4-hour. Yes, that's still not that barcodey. But stay away from those. It sounds like looking to make sure they don't have making sure they don't have shelf registrations like HH is always talking about, because if something's got a shelf registration, they could drop it on you if you're swinging it at any time that the price starts going up. GRNV up in a halt. Let's take a look at it, see what's going on with it. Oh yeah, big. Oof. What a gap up out of that first halt. They had to get halted twice, I think, right? Oh. Oh, they had a SPAC merger. So it opened up. It got halted there, I guess, for the merger, and then it opened up and shot straight up. Now it's halted again. Yeah. It's weird timing. Well, there is, just like I was talking about IIPR the other day. If you look at IIPR, if it's a strong company and you're swinging them, and they've been on a nice uptrend for a while, like IIPR has been on that uptrend. Why is it not showing me anything back? But it's enough to where you can see it. When you got one that's on an uptrend like this, you can just grab the bounces off of the uptrend. Just make sure that the uptrend confirms, like right through here, because we dipped below it. So I wouldn't have took the entry there, but that was the COVID dip. actually, this is exactly what I did last year. This is exactly what I did. I waited for that to come back up, and I got in about 58.60 or something when it started pushing back up there above the trend line. And then I held it all year until early this year and sold it somewhere. Let's see, where are we at? April. Yeah, like right up in there, and when it started cracking back down. So if you got a long-term uptrend, then the easiest thing, those are usually the easiest things to swing. You just buying the bounces off of the uptrend. Like you can see it on Apple here on the daily chart. That 200-day has held up as support, but dipped right there. So could have got it off of support there and swung it up. Could have got off of support there and swung it up. Could have got it off of that support there and swung it up. So just looking for solid companies. Like I wouldn't probably swing Apple because Apple's so high priced, but there's a lot of mid caps that are solid companies that can make for some good uptrend swing trading. And another thing too is look at the sectors. Look at what sectors are hot for that's been hot this month. If you go look and see that, you see that, I don't know, gold stocks. Let's say gold stocks is starting heating up for the month or whatever. Swing trade in that sector, whatever the hot sector is. Well, that's the thing. You're gonna have to kind of figure out what price range you want to trade in, because how much capital do you want to put in these swing trades? How much do you want to risk? How risky of a play do you want? Do you want to swing trade a low float 2 million in share stock that could, rip a lot of like tens of dollars, like a mid cap like ACY? Let's actually look at ACY. That could have, yeah. So ACY, you look at it on the daily. I'm going to move this trend up, this trend there. It was going sideways for a while there, just riding above these EMAs. So like at any point in time, you had multiple opportunities to get in on this 200-day moving average. And then you see there the 50 starting to cross. So as it was coming up, you could have looked at that. But to find it, that's the thing, like you said, to try to find them, you're going to have to do your scans, and you're going to have to make some criteria. So if you want to stay away from the penny stocks, then maybe $10 to $80 or something, and then you would put the max shares that you want, which you probably don't want something in the billions for a short-term swing because it's probably not going to move that much. So I'd probably still stay under 3 million, and then you can change if you want to just swing NASDAQ or NYSE. You can do that. And you can also scan in industry. So if you want to see what industry is hot, let's just select all the energy sector and let's run this scan and see what comes back. So we got multiple stocks here. All of them right in that 1 to 200 range, 100 200 million range. So what I would do at this point, oh my God, top ships. This is a shipper pump popping up. Oh boy. I hope we get into a hot shipper market. That's a fun market when that happens. It's not happened that much in the last couple of years, but boy, there was 2 years where these shipper stocks were hot. I mean hot, like running tens of dollars. But what I would do at this point, which actually, before I even do that, let's look here at the 52-week high and 52-week low. So BTU, the 52-week low is 80 cents, the high is $13, and it's currently at $13. So you would be buying at the high on this one. HFC, the 52-week low is 16.81, the high is 42. The last is 30.81, so you'd be kind of in the middle. RRC, that's at 14.33. That's close to the 52-week high. Looks like pretty much all these. Well, I did do the energy sector. Energy sector's been hot all year. So all of these are probably going to be close to their highs. These two have dividends. So, let's see here. Let's look at PAGP, MMP, and SSM because they all have dividends. And we'll throw that Peabody in there too. Why not? Well, now I gotta find them. Okay. So here's PAGP. Let's take a look. So they pay out consistent dividends. They've been paying them out consistently for a while. Dividends have been shrinking, but the price of the stock has been going down. So this is some type of pipeline. So I'm guessing this is an oil stock in the energy sector. But it's on that downtrend there. So it does have this 50 below it. It's trying to close above. And if it could hold up in this above $10, if $10 could hold as pretty strong support and it could break that, it does have room all the way back up to 1682 on the 200-day. There is going to be a little resistance at 1250. But once you get through 1250, you're pretty much wide open to the 200-day. So I do like that as a possible swing, just looking at it off this cuff. But we do have a pattern as well. Look at that pattern. What do we got there? triangle pattern. So it's at the bottom of the triangle pattern. Still got a ways to go before it breaks out. So if it holds $10, it'll at least try to come back up to that 13 area like I was talking about, to the top of the triangle. So, I mean, that could be a decent swing. It may take a while. Let me look at the year chart. I'm looking at the weekly chart. Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah, it's bouncing off the 200-day on the daily chart. So, yeah, that's something, you know. That's just for me doing that scan real quick. I found a possible swing out of that one. MMP, so this one's been on an uptrend, paying consistent dividends. The uptrend is, yeah, I guess we could draw it there. But you don't have much room to move. Even if it was to break back up, you've got 48 to 53, so it'd have to break 53 to really start running. Well, they've been paying dividends out since 2007. This Magellan Midstream Partners. You do have this big downtrend that it would have to break too. So there's a lot of resistance ahead of it, but if it could get above all that resistance, then it does have a lot of room to run, but more than likely not. So, I mean, that's, you know, that's, if you was looking for a couple of bucks on a mid-range play, maybe, but they do pay out $1 dividend quarterly, so you get about $4 dividend. The price is at 48. So it's about an 8% dividend yield. That's actually a pretty good dividend yield. Let's see. Good morning, Donnell. Yeah. Yeah, don't no, Daniel B called him weak. There's no doubt about it. Daniel B called him weak. That's exactly what Daniel B. See, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Daniel B. He doesn't have secret meanings behind his words. He's just being a jerk like he normally is. No, absolutely not, Bobby. Absolutely not. Um, Earnings, you never know. You never know how the market is going to react to earnings. So, like, maybe, like, One Life's talking about where you get in way before earnings and earnings is coming up. There may be some hype leading up to the earnings, but the day of earnings, you don't know what's going to happen. The market could easily dump, and One Life would be one of those people dumping on you because he's talking about getting in really early on AMD with earnings coming up, expecting the hype to come in for earnings beforehand, and then he's going to dump it probably the day before or on the day of on you. So that's something you like. I do not like trading earnings whatsoever. I've seen stocks with the worst earnings go on big rips. I've seen stocks with amazing earnings just dump. So it's sketchy though. Like I said, the best way to do it is what One Life is talking about. Don't let Daniel B get to you, Sicilian. You know he talks crazy. That's all he does is talk crazy. GRNV halted again. So it was a random stock, like I was saying in pre-market. I was saying I don't think any of these stocks are going to get real crazy. It'll probably be something random. GRNV. Yeah, man, this thing is just going straight up. just getting bought up out of every halt. It's a dangerous, dangerous play. Hey, if you didn't get in, trying to get in this now at this point is sketchy because you don't know what it's going to do. And it's a halt fest. You don't want to get in this out of a halt, then it shoots straight down and halts, and then gaps down out of the halt. Like, that's an easy way to blow up a whole account, is trying to chase a stock like this. You gotta let it get out of all this craziness that it's having right now. I mean, it could easily continue to rip. It's extremely low float, but it's hard to play these. So that's the triangle one. MMP was the other one we looked at. What was the other one I pulled up? SM, I think. Yeah, SM. So SM did have a nice uptrend. So if you look at SM Energy, how it is bouncing off of the trend line, you could have. You could have played this trend line all the way up. Now it's cracked the trend line, so that trend line's gone. So it is trying to like find some support in this 17 area. But 15, like, I would be looking for maybe 15 off of this 200-day moving average or whatever. Yeah, they did. Well, I don't know. They dipped because crude oil dipped. So if crude oil looks like it's going to go back up, this could be a decent buying opportunity, like I'm doing with DRD with gold. So just by doing that one little scan, I was able to find, a couple of different possible swing trades. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You got to those stocks that are getting halted. If you're not in before the halts, then it can be really hard to trade. That's I try not to get it unless I'm in them before the halts. So I'm still learning myself about swing trading. I'm just experimenting with different things. And so far, buying low and selling high has been the best swing trading method. So, as simple as it sounds, it is just that simple, really. As long as you're not buying something that's a garbage stock that's just crashing out. ACY is still slowly climbing. But I've never personally been much of a swing trader. Here the last couple of weeks is really the most swing trading I've ever done. But like I said, the way cryptos move, swing trading works really well with cryptos. So that's where I've been testing all my swing trading at. And I'm bringing it into stocks, and it's worked. BTBT was a good run. Neuro was a good swing. Swung AHPI from the day before yesterday. You've been doing very good at buying high and selling low. Yeah. See, that's what you got to do. You got to reverse that. You got to do the opposite. But I mean, you think about it. Even day trading, you want to buy low and sell high. Like you don't want to buy at a day trade at the top of resistance. I mean, even in a hot market, still that's you're still buying high, looking for it to go higher, when you could buy a low and look for it to go high instead of uh, like Hal was on point with this call on CVV, and you can see CVV was really low, and it gapped up over the EMAs, opening up at like 450 ish. So I'm pretty sure he probably got in this, and probably took a win on this. But getting down here, buying in at the bottom, it could have dropped, but there was all that support right there below it, where it opened at. You had the 200 there, the 50 there, and then the 10-day there as well, plus support across here. So there was a lot of support right under this. So if Hal got in it, he more than likely bought right above support, and you got all that room to move up. So even day trading, the whole purpose of investing and trading and everything, simply enough, is buying something, looking to sell it to somebody else later at a higher price. So the only difference between day trading, swinging, and long-term investing is the timing. If you're going to do a day trade, you're just looking to buy low and sell it to somebody at a higher price in the intraday. If you're swinging, same thing over a couple of days or a couple of weeks. And if you're long-term investing, same thing. You're holding it for a long time to eventually sell it to somebody, unless it's like a dividend stock and you don't ever plan on selling it. You just keep on adding to it because you like to get those monthly payments or quarterly payments. And he's still in that little triangle there. Starting to possibly get a head and shoulders on CVV. Let me look at this on the 15 minutes, see what we're looking like. So SCSN ran up to 6 and just got rejected. So it still could break, but real strong resistance at 6. Did it GRMV get halted again 4 seconds out of the halt? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you try to trade that? I mean, you're not even getting any time to trade it. Like, if you like waiting for 5-10 minutes for this to come out of a halt, and then you've only got 4 seconds to make a decision, man, that's tough. That's some rough trading right there. Oh, I got an interesting. Has anybody ever watched The Good Place on Netflix with what's her name? What is her name? It was just on the top of my head. Yeah, there you go. One life spitting the facts. What was that? What was her name? Oh God, what was her name? Well, if anybody's seen The Good Place, let me know. And there's something funny I just thought about with that, with one of the characters, and what that character would be like in the stock market. It was going to be funny, but nobody watches that, so sad. I'm sad now. So sad. So we got a little triangle there on CVV. God, come on, man. All he said was, wow, GNRV 4-second up halted again. He didn't even say he was trying to buy it or anything. Why are you giving him a lecture when he didn't even say he was buying it? He just said, wow. I mean, that was a wow moment. It doesn't happen a lot where stocks come out of a halt and in 4 seconds get halted again. Yeah, Daniel B., your stupidity is infinite. At least you can admit it, buddy. That's the good thing. That is the good thing. Tell him, Tony. Get him. That's what you gotta do. Just fire back at Daniel B. He's all bark, but as soon as you start barking back at him, he'll retreat into his little chihuahua bed and, lick his wounds. Yeah, exactly. See, One Life is giving actual valuable information. Daniel B is just I don't know, man. He's like that one drunk friend at the party who's always annoying, who's like running up to everybody and like sticking his fingers in their food and stuff, like ha ha ha, and going like farting on the dog in the corner. That's what Daniel B is. He's that guy. So thank you, One Life, for providing valuable insights. Daniel B, put it away. Oh, he's evil. Daniel B's evil too. He worships the Chihuahua equivalent of Satan. I don't know why it's so funny to me, but I just imagine a little Chihuahua with little devil horns, and that's it. That'd be pretty funny. And not like one of the little Halloween costume on, but like little devil horns sticking out of its actual little tiny skull. That'd be scary and funny at the same time. All right, guys. Are there any more questions or? They're like this big though, man. It was a little Satan chihuahua. You just grab it and give it the old. I don't know. There's no famous kickers I can think of off the top of my head from the NFL. They don't really get much exposure. But yeah, if there's any more questions, anything else you guys want me to cover before we call it a day, I'm going to get going here, get some food, and get to working on... Yeah, he is that Chihuahua. Actually, how did you say it like that? Daniel B is a chupacabra. He is a chupacabra. You hear the chupacabra make all the noises in the woods, and the chupacabra sneaking around, trolling the goats until he finds a goat who's just minding their own business, saying, "Hey, that halt was pretty crazy." And then he jumps on that goat real quick and tries to suck the blood out of it. He's not a Chihuahua. I had it wrong. He's a chupacabra. Exactly, One Life, exactly. You like being surrounded by Einsteins? Yeah, man, your disses are getting real weak, Daniel B. You're gonna have to start trying harder than that, buddy. Your disses are sad now. They're not even good anymore. They used to be good. It used to be entertaining to hear you diss people, but now it's just like it's the same thing. It's back to that guy. You see the guy over there. He's drunk in the corner and he's humping the plastic tree, and you're just like, that's how I feel when with your jokes, Daniel B. You are the guy, the drunk guy at the party, giving it a go at the plastic tree in the corner. And on that note, I think I'm going to call it a day. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. Appreciate everybody joining me. We'll be back Monday, and I'm going to make sure I tie electric dog collar onto myself and have a button to press every time I start to try to buy in the first 30 minutes. So stay safe out there. Until next time.